It's been a busy day and I am headed out to go pick up my kids, but before I get my kids, I'm going to stop and get some coffee because I didn't pick up coffee while I was at the store after church. Church was fun. There was a congregational meeting afterwards to talk about all the new roles and not so new roles need to be filled because it does take a bunch of people to run an organization. Many hands make many work, but light work if they all pitch in. It's gonna be a busy week too. I'm gonna have some lines to learn eventually after the organizational stuff gets handled. The art stuff, there's always stuff with the artwork on the walls. The water communion was nice. I'm running out of space on my phone and I really need to do some editing. So maybe I'll work on that this evening. My family is being loud. Really loud. I'm trying to download Sims 4 on my old EA account now called Origin. Had it for a while, didn't really get to play it because my laptop wasn't really capable of doing it, but this graphics, awesome. My parents are still doing weird diety stuff, whereas I told my kids carnivore, whatever, intermittent fasting, culty stuff, basically. I am trying really hard to keep a headache at bay, and they had dinner with your dad. I'm having a can of SpaghettiOs for dinner. I didn't bring a drink in here. I'm probably going to be getting more water with flavoring in it, with vitamins, like last night. Orange vanilla meal. But I'm actually watching stuff on YouTube and keeping an eye on the other window. So maybe I'll get my Sims 4 fix this evening. Kids are absolutely bonkers. They were so loud tonight. But Bruce has got some plans for some cardboard creations he wants to make, and that's fine. And he needs white paint, and I'm all out. They did eventually pipe down. Thank goodness. I just finished watching the recent episode of House of the Dragon, while I also managed to get probably what is my most difficult week this whole year uploading. It's about an hour long. It's August 28th through September 3rd. So I'm behind by a couple of weeks here. And I still have yet to put editing software on the new PC, but you know, priorities, right? So I'm downloading Sims 4 onto it. I mean, I've already paid for that game, and then just a little longer to wait and get probably Filmora on here and let's see what I can do. So my kids are off school tomorrow, so it'll be nice to just have them home if they will behave themselves and be nice to each other. I don't really know if that's gonna happen or not, but I mean, maybe. I haven't gotten as much stuff done as I would have liked today, but I did manage to get a weekly video up. Hopefully things will run a little bit smoother now. I also got a whole bunch of stuff off my phone and put away a load of laundry. Go me, I'm super adult. I had just gotten Sims 4 rolling on my computer, one hooked up to my TV, and all of a sudden a wild Bruce appears at my doorway, wants to know if he can have a turn. I hadn't even started. The only logical explanation, Bruce has developed the ability to smell video games. Who does that? So my dad made these weird smoked hot dogs for lunch. That was interesting. I made a loaf of banana bread. And nobody really wants to continue to get stuff done around the house, so I am running out to pick up pizza. I'm trying to get some sort of initiative together. I feel like all my oomph is drained. I need some get up and go, but my get up and go got up and went. Tomorrow I'm going to go pick up a friend from church, go out for lunch and discuss scheduling for what will hopefully be an interesting performance. Whatever's a step below community theater, that's what's up. I like doing readings where you don't actually have to learn all the lines, you just have to know it enough to know where you want your inflections to really hit. And then you've got the words right in front of you, and as long as you can give a real strong performance with script in hand, you're good. Man, it's fun. I'm home now. Just got home a little while ago, went through the mail. John's having his turn playing Sims 4 because why not? And it's dinner time. I'm doing my flavored vitamin water again. That really helps get me drinking water. Because honestly, it doesn't taste that great out here. Even after we run it through the reverse osmosis filter. So it's pizza night. This is a 3-meat Little Caesars and a Super Supreme. It's got pretty much the same thing, but with peppers, onions, and mushrooms all over it. And it's a big, greasy, gooey mess. And I'm going to see what John's up to on this game. People are going to die in game. He's not being kind to the Sims, but at least he hasn't shown me a Hank Hill that's pregnant this time. Gotta love them yeehaw anime.
Although you deleted that.
I deleted that. Shortly after the last bit, I had John tear out of here to go play something on the Switch while also on Discord with his little friends. So I actually had a little issue getting The Sims 4 to close. I had some issues getting it to getting the computer to reboot because the program froze. You know, when you hit Control-Alt-Delete and the task manager, you're supposed to click, open the task manager and just, force close the program. It didn't go. So I had to restart the computer. And that's concerning because it's a new computer. Stuff shouldn't be going wrong like that. So I'll be a little bit cautious playing that game in the future. Then I wound up watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos, including a really, really long one from Bailey Sarian, because Bailey Sarian is just absolutely incredible. She seems super friendly, but also super knowledgeable, and she uses words real people use, so it's easy to understand what she's talking about. There are occasions when she mispronounces things, but my irritation at people mispronouncing things, that's on me. I work to fix that. John's listening to a YouTube video. I can tell he's still awake, and it's irritating the living daylights out of me because he was told to knock it off and turn in for the night a couple of hours ago. If he's tired in school tomorrow, oh well. I need to get my phone and keyboard and remote put away. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow. He's got more dental work, and before that I have to go and do some organization stuff in preparation for, hopefully, performances. Meanwhile, I'm fielding emails about switching out the art. I I don't need to see photographs of every single painting that you plan on bringing down. If it's too heavy to go on the wall, it's probably too heavy to go on the wall. I need to get some sleep. I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta pack somebody's lunch. I gotta drive my kids to school. I've gotta be ready for everything that life's throwing at me lately. I'm not having a wonderful morning. For starters, I tried to put a really fancy tempered glass screen protector on this refurbished phone Bruce is getting for his birthday. There's supposed to be a guarantee of 0 bubbles. It's got this liquid glue that adheres it to the screen. I've used this brand a whole bunch of times. Guaranteed no bubbles. I followed all of their directions to the letter. And right across the top, there's a whole bunch of teeny tiny bubbles. Plus, about halfway down the screen and off to the left, there's a little fleck of whatever that came out in the puddle of glue. And I didn't have any instruction on how to remove it. Not fun. Then, I was emptying a cup from underneath the bathroom faucet where there's a leak. It was pretty full, so I thought maybe the wood in the bathroom has dried since all this water's being collected. Pull back the sheeting that I've been using. It's a whole bunch of mold under there. That could be contributing to my headache that just does not go away, and it varies in amounts of headachiness. So that sucks. Then as I was starting to leave 10 minutes ago, I took a peek underneath the house, and sure enough, there's a drip under the house. We have a pipe issue. We've got to rip out so much floor. So I'm gonna go pick up, I gotta say, my favorite playwright, and we're gonna go grab some lunch and discuss what needs done for this performance or two, and how I can best assist and help out. I have a key to the buildings. John says he's not so interested, but maybe he'll attend. It doesn't take a whole lot. You need performers, a script, and an audience, and location, and a date, and time to rehearse. We should be able to pull this off. Then I have got to remember to stop by the church and take a camera battery out of the wall so it doesn't overcharge. Lunch was good, made lots of plans for the reading of his play. Went home, got some boards cut for another soft spot on the floor. Then I relaxed for a little bit, went out, got John, headed for the dentist, but the dentist was not able to fit him in because a different patient went really super long. So we have just a few moments to go grab a couple of sodas or snackage before we go pick up the high schooler. So we'll just hit this little Mexican market. Let me rephrase this just a tad. Hola, ¿cómo estás, mi YouTube amigos? Me llamo Sarah, y mi hijo is John. Hi, John. Say hola, John. No hola?
Stop. Although I want a bag of ice.
You don't need a bag
No,
of
I want a
ice.
bottle of water.
That water?
Yeah.
I don't have a gallon jug to put the bottle of water in.
No, I'm drinking
You want to put a quarter in and go stick your face under the faucet? What? That you filled them.
Yeah, I want to drink it out. Faucet.
You can get bottled water inside. Maybe wait till we get home.
Or soda.
This is not going to hold a gallon.
Yeah, well. Alright. I just gotta drink it faster than I can fill.
So this is a combination taquiera, carnecita. Alright. Yeah, carniceria. And it's a market. Okay. And it's got a little bakery in it. And sometimes you can get churros, and churros make your face happy. So we're gonna go do this, and then we're gonna go pick up Bruce.
Cook my proper green.
He's playing a game.
Among
This is just some kind of a biscuit.
this is kind of big.
Yeah, it looks like toasted coconut and powdered sugar. Got cream horns.
Maybe we can try that on the
These are big,
YouTube channel.
like really big.
Oh, that looks good.
The cream horns?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they got guava empanadas.
Oh my god, cream horn.
Just get a few things because I know you and your brother both are gonna want whatever. Oh my gosh. These are like as big as my hand. These are completely covered in sugar. Oh, they do have some churros.
I know, I pointed that out.
Okay, I didn't notice. I wasn't paying attention. You know me.
That's not.
Oh, and pumpkin empanadas. Okay, by now the traffic should be thinning out around the high school. Don't have mystery flavor Fanta at the regular grocery store. And they certainly don't have it in
I
zero
think I've
sugar.
actually seen it in the regular grocery store.
I certainly haven't, and I'm in there a lot. A lot. You got like a whole bunch of baked goods. Now it's time to get over to the high school.
What flavor? It says find clues. Hashtag what the Fanta.
I'm tasting lime and coconut. Somebody put the lime in the coconut and told me to drink it all up.
Yeah, I'm tasting the same thing. Wait, no. Is that raspberry?
Yeah, maybe some blue raspberry.
Oh yeah, we also got Baja Blast
You got Baja Blast.
in bottle.
Mr. I want to do the Taco Bell. You better hold on to those. The pastry stuff because otherwise we're gonna go everywhere.
I'm about to dig one out.
You're gonna make a mess in here. Let's just go get your brother.
I'm gonna get one of the cream filled ones. Okay, could you tell me something in the comments? Is there Taco Bells in
The UK?
Yeah, in the UK.
We can actually Google that later. But if anybody watching wants to chime in whether or not they've ever been to a Taco Bell, perhaps while visiting the U.S., which a lot of them will come over to go to like Disney World in Florida, so a lot of them know the U.S. through Florida. That's pretty common. Although somebody commented on one of my videos from like February telling me that they had been to DFW. It's like, all right.
What's that? Oh,
Dallas Fort Worth. Yeah. So that's neat. So if anybody's ever been to Taco Bell, they've got McDonald's there, but I guess they call it Macca's or something like that. Like you say, cup of tea, so you get shortened to cuppa. McDonald's, Macca. That might be an Australian thing. I may have my regional dialects mixed up. Yeah, I love language. That's good stuff. Alright, let's go track down your brother and chuck a churro at him. Just smack him in the face with a churro.
No, that'll get sugar all over the
You
car.
got pan dulce for him?
Yep.
Okay. Pan dolce. Dulce. Dolce.
Say that again one more time.
Which
I
one
dare
is it?
you.
No, come on. Which one is it? I'm bad at this. You know this. Mi español muy, muy malo.
Please download Duolingo. I don't care if I get kidnapped.
The bird is gonna hold you hostage
I don't
until I
care.
can conjugate my verbs.
I want you to.
My Spanish is still better than yours. Okay, so should we learn Spanish, both of us?
My abuelita was teaching me
How much did she teach you?
as much as she could. She was gonna get Duolingo for me and Bruce. Was going to.
Okay, so we want a pinky promise and learn Spanish together? When we start having conversations in Spanish?
Download Duolingo, then I'll talk to you.
This video is not sponsored by the creepy bird.
Creepy bird.
So if I start speaking to you in Spanish, but with a Californian accent, like those horrible videos that had me swearing in Spanish at the screen.
I'm gonna start learning Spanish just to harass you in
Hola,
Spanish.
¿cómo estás? Muy bien.
Please stop. It hurts.
I'd like to, but you won't pinky promise to learn it with me.
I will only talk to you about speaking Spanish from now on if you download Duolingo.
Pinky swear we're both doing this?
You swear you're gonna get Duolingo?
Yeah, we pinky swear it. It's official. That's legally binding. I just sent, Bruce wasn't moving towards the truck. I just sent John to go poke him with a churro. I was just watching poke his brother, and then Bruce flipped me off. I don't know if the oil was hot enough, or maybe these are filled. There's a little bit of a mush in the middle. Alright, it is dinner time. I cooked. You're loud. I'm recording.
Okay, finish that so I can show you something.
So I actually cooked. You can't really see it, but underneath the meatballs is sauteed onions. I actually chopped up and sauteed two small, actually I think they're small yellow onions or sweet onions. Not white onions. Look close. I sauteed those in butter. They smelled pretty good, and of course Italian meatballs, marinara sauce, provolone on rolls that are 200 calories each. Holy dang, I am slacking. And this is the zero sugar mystery Fanta that I am still working on. I'm gonna try to relax for a little bit because my kids decided to stress me out on the ride home. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be going after some more not Lord of the Rings. That's what they want me to watch. Game of Thrones. Pick up where I left off. No Marvel stuff today, or for the last month and a half, apparently. I should get back into it. It'll be interesting to see how the audio turns out with this, because I have got two fans running in the bathroom trying to dry up the wood, and it's absolutely gross. It's gross. So there's big home repair on the horizon. I gotta get up in the morning and make sure that my dad has somebody standing by in case he falls off the roof, because it's not exactly the safest thing he could be doing. So we get that repair handled and just kind of go from the top down, trying to fix things. Yeah, it's I got like 5 hours. I'll get some sleep. I baked a cake. I started some lasagna. I went to the gym this morning. I did not go monitor my dad getting on the ladder, messing with the roof. Although I was all set to do that at 7 a.m. It then turned into, nah, I'll just wait and do this afternoon, which turned into, nah, I'll wait until, it's convenient, maybe on the weekend. I don't know what I'm doing. Man, this week, though. So I got a little workout. I'm picking up my kids. At some point I have to hit a gas station. And I've got get together at 5 o'clock. So it's gonna be busy. Busy day. It's gonna be a busy evening. It's been an interesting evening. It really has. I had a small cup of apple cider that I made myself. Someone else is going to help me finish off the rest of the bottle. I had some apple pie. I have not yet gotten home for dinner. I picked up my kids, left them there, made sure dinner was done, and off I went. It was a nice little fall equinox sort of thing. We had a fire pit running on the church deck. We scorched the paint a bit. There's some damage. Oops. Anyway, of course we immediately owned up to it because we're super responsible and we'll fix what we broke. Hello? Okay. Do you know how to traffic circle with multiple lanes? I don't like having multiple traffic circles after the other. That's not good. I don't like it. I feel like I can do it, but not. One right after the other. Stop. Seen pictures of a traffic circle made out of like 8 different traffic circles. I am not impressed. Except horrified. So we scorched the paint or stain on the church deck. So we did try to clean this up. Nothing caught fire. We swept all the leaves off first, of course. And when we realized that there was discoloration due to the amount of heat from the metal fireball, we thought maybe it was just soot. We scrubbed it. It didn't come off. So, sanding and staining, and we'll handle it. Now I fueled up the truck. And while the truck was fueling up, which takes a while because the gas tank is enormous, I popped the doors open and climbed up to where I could actually reach the windshield and got the windshield scrubbed up because the wiper blades are not doing great. I didn't do a very good job. There's streaks. Now I'm headed home to see if my kids left me any lasagna. I don't like how this thing's sitting. Okay. I think maybe. Okay, good enough. My kids did leave me some lasagna. It's a little bit late. I've been trying to stay awake, honestly. Scarfed some lasagna, chugged a bottle of water, talked to my kids for a little bit. John didn't stay up very long after I got home. And then Bruce was actually asleep before I got home, and then he woke up a little while ago. I hope he goes back to sleep. Took my meds. The sound of the fan in here is driving me up the wall. I don't know how much more I can take. And it doesn't seem to be drying anything out. So, no dinner time clip today. That's okay. It's, my goodness, this week. Anyway, tomorrow night is going to be the be a great experience if checking into, technically speaking, a hospital with my child. I've had to check myself into many hospitals, either for just screenings or surgeries. I don't think I've had an overnight stay since I was a child. No, wait. Giving birth to my oldest. That was the last time I was in the hospital for more than a day. Yeah. Not with John, though. No, John was born at home in a livestock watering trough because that was what was available for birthing tubs. John's never been checked into a hospital for anything more than a quick emergency room trip. Yeah, this is this is gonna be fun. It's just the sleep clinic. It's just for the sleep apnea test. Nothing's wrong, nobody's hurt, nobody's sick. We actually talked about this earlier today because when you're easily rattled, you need to have these things straight up explained to you what's going to happen. Well, there's sticky little sensors, and they're going to stick them all over your head, and they might have to stick a few on your body, but you just make sure that you're not in full baby Yoda onesie, so that your pajama top and your pajama bottoms are separate, in case you need to sneak a little sensor up on your back or something. A bunch of little sticky sensors on your head, and they might put a mask on you. But you won't be around any other kids who are sick or who are injured or anything that might stress you. They just want you in, get your stuff on you, sleep. That's it. Then we'll be nice and late getting back to town to get you to school in the morning. If I'm awake all night, at least I'll take some headphones and try to get some editing done. I can sleep when I get home. I woke up a little bit late this morning, but that's okay. I still got John's lunchbox packed. I made a cake, wrapped some gifts. Like, I made the cake yesterday, but I actually made the whipped cream and decorated it today because somebody doesn't like frosting. I need to pack some stuff and be ready to go to dinner tonight, and then immediately down to the kids' hospital in Austin. I can put up with just about anything medical, but this is my kid, so this is super stressful. Somewhere between picking up for school and going out for dinner, there's gifts and cake. I can do this. I can make this happen. I have a 15-year-old. What happened? I used to be cool. I used to be a 15-year-old. Man, time flies when you're really suffering. I've not gotten anything done with the floor in the bathroom like I thought I was going to get done. After I stopped and dropped off my second kiddo, I went over to the church and refilled the free pantry just as somebody was getting into the pantry to get stuff out of it. I was able to pass off a really big bag of powdered milk, because we have 2 giant bags of those in the storage area for all of this, for replenishing it. But the big bags don't really fit in the box, and that stuff's awful. Just awful. Had to get by on powdered milk before. It's not fun. I am anxious about this sleep study, but it's better to get it out of the way and find out if John's got any apnea, and that way once we get all the tonsillectomy stuff handled, they'll know what he might need, might not need, and we can watch and see what improves and what doesn't. So we do need that baseline. It's going to be a busy evening.
I pointed out that there was a steak option on the menu. Unfortunately, it has cilantro, but I pointed out there was a steak option, and now he's eaten almost his whole roll before anybody else.
And not flipping this around, just ending my day. I have the lights on very high just yet. Also, there's no windows in this room, just a very large door. But they came in and they took all of the little electrodes and stuff off John at 6 a.m. I thought wake up time was 5 to 5:30. Whatever. I'm up. We're looking at places to grab some food all the way north. And then, yeah, we're gonna take our time getting to school because I need to make sure that he's gonna be awake enough to function at school before I go take him and leave him there. Otherwise, I just call him in. I've got a school note for him. They brought that. They brought some, brought a little questionnaire. They have this really neat little white noise machine over here that John had running last night. It sounded a little bit like his air conditioner. That like I told him, if the sleep is not a problem, breathing is a problem. So that was fun. As predicted, 10:30, he was out. Woke up a few times, but that's an unfamiliar place. Now he's getting the glue solvent out of his hair. It's morning. I don't like their little couch beds. We're talking about going to Waffle House. That's a big parking garage. We did not wind up going to Waffle House. We came to a place here in Austin that does Dutch babies. And this guy's gonna help me eat it. It's huge. I got a little bit of editing done. Then I pulled big chunks of damaged wood out of the bathroom floor. Did a phone call with one of the professionals at the school. Sometimes I gotta do that. And now I'm headed out to stop at the church and reload the pantry, or at least drop off donations if there's stuff in the box already. I'm gonna go to Best Buy and pick up a gift card because John's got a birthday party to go to tomorrow, and these kids and their V-Bucks for Fortnite. I don't know. And then I'm going to Home Depot to put my dad's order in the back of his thing that I know is not going to fit, and I am going to have to flag the end of the poles. Not poles, pipes. PVC pipes. Oh, this is going to be fun. Somebody's supposed to meet me there and help me load it up. Might come help me unload it at home too. I'm my FBI agent. Got a lot going on. Every little bit counts. Counts towards my stress and frustration. Just kidding. Well, not really kidding. It's pretty clear. I have got such a headache. But if I am correct, and taking large chunks out of the floor will decrease the amount of mold spores in the air, maybe my headache will be less until I can get the pipe handled, get the floor completely ripped out. There's a big hole. I can see through the insulation underneath. It's gross. John is loudly playing a video game, and my mom is sorting out donations for the pantry at church. I told her, wait and see if it's stuff that's that we're not using, stuff that's getting close to its expiration date. But there's a lack of protein options, to be sure. I'm completely wiped out. I did scrounge up a little bit of leftover enchiladas that need to come out of the fridge, and I fixed myself a just mix and tequila little margarita, just a small one. I gotta get some sleep. I watched a little bit of Lord of the Rings, not Lord of the Rings, oh my gosh, Game of Thrones. You know, it's hard. I keep seeing this this logo, a lot like the little sigil that J.R.R. Tolkien made of his initials, only it's got the backward part. You know, there was a fan mail that George R.R. Martin wrote when he was a kid. It was just one R. It's assumed that he added a second R to be more like J.R.R. Tolkien. I believe it. I gotta get some rest. It's been a long, crazy day full of baloney. There may have been a lawnmower involved. There may have been a leaf blower involved. You know what? I need my rest. It's just been too much. Just entirely too much today. But I did manage to print some stuff that needed printed. I managed to pick up an order and get that home so it's ready to go in the morning. I'm gonna have to crawl around underneath the house in the morning. Probably. This is gonna be awful, but if I don't rest, I'm gonna fall over. I've penciled in just a day off. Like a week from tomorrow in my calendar. I don't know that I'll actually do it, but I just need a day. Just one day. I would settle for just a day of things going right. Just a day of things not being complicated, but I don't know. It's been a rough day. There's been lots of crawling around under the house. We got John to his little birthday party on time. His mom, the other kid's mom dropped him off. She got told about how we're dealing with a major home repair right now. So that's been awful. But I'm glad to have had her help with that. And he had a really good time while he was out. We still haven't found the leak. We're still working on that. We're still doing everything we can to try to fix this. And it sucks. Do this. Oh, this is awful. So anyway, I can't take too much more of this. I'm completely exhausted. I've been under the house several times. I've gotten covered in all kinds of schmutz. I cleaned up and put my pajamas back on because I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's not even 5:30 yet, and I'm back into the pajamas I took off this morning. I don't even care. There's going to be margaritas here shortly. I'm not even messing with the blender. Just straight up over ice. And my dad ran out to pick up fried chicken and fried fish takeaway. So you'll see that here shortly. I'm beat. I can't do any more today, and I have church obligations in the morning. Working the computer. And thank goodness it's the computer, because I'm not gonna be able to get my arms up to work the camera. It's dinner time. John, it's loud. Really loud. So, it's margarita time. My dad and I are so tired, so sore. It's just, I was actually waiting for him to pull back into the driveway, and then I just skedaddled off into the kitchen and grabbed the ice cube tray out the freezer because today has been more than enough. More than enough. Okay, so here's dinner, and I'll warn you, Dad went to Chicken Express.
I did so much damage.
John is loud. Alright, I made sure the rest of my family had a run at this before I started hogging stuff. My mom didn't get into the fried okra, which is here. So I'm going to go back for more fried okra in a while. These are corn nuggets. There's kernels of corn, and I guess I'm going to stick them together. They wad them in a ball, bread it, and deep fry it. Fried chicken with lots and lots of gravy and some macaroni and cheese. Okra and corn, you know, that's so healthy for you. Until we Americanize it and just bread it and deep fry it. You know, there's just places where you can get deep fried butter. I was sipping on the first one of these while the rest of my family was making their plates. So once I started making my plate, that was hitting me like a brick. Not quite like a gold brick with a slice of lemon wrapped around it, but eventually these things do get you to pretty much that point. I have church responsibilities tomorrow, so I really need to be careful to have some water. Don't get hungover, that sort of thing. I'm tired and sore and frustrated and what have I got over there? Okay, I see my purse. I see a bottle of store brand, basically Tylenol. It's acetaminophen. I think it came from it came from Target. It's Target brand, and that is a bottle of water that I finished. And I guess I just left a mess up there. You know, that's fine. That's fine. This week has been rough. The home repair is not progressing in the way that I had really hoped that it would. I've shut my door. I'm gonna watch Game of Thrones, and my kids can leave me alone. Because I don't have any more of the Sandman to watch.
I dropped shadow bombs if you want them. I dropped shadow bombs!
So, if I can't watch more episodes of the Sandman, Netflix can go make me some more. Well, I sound really full of myself. I'm not impressed with Netflix lately. Not since they went back on their promise for a second season of The Society, which I really liked. And most of the content has been just churning out content rather than caring about, you know, the actual show. So Game of Thrones it is. Alright, it's really, really late because I fell asleep after pausing my show because I was watching Game of Thrones, and then I paused it to watch a YouTube video that had popped up in my recommended, and then I fell asleep for a bit. Oops. Anyway, I just checked a little while ago how things are looking in the bathroom, where I ripped a whole bunch of the floor out. And it looks like some of these spots, it's starting to dry a bit. I'm not 100% sure that we actually fixed the leak, but that's, you know, more than zero. Anything more than zero is a good step forward in my book. I am absolutely worn out. I'm hurting a lot. I don't know how tomorrow's gonna go. The Tylenol this afternoon did not help like I thought it would. Just layers and layers and layers. Things suck this month. Things are awful this month. I've got so much editing to do. I'm getting way behind again. Thanks for sharing my week with me.